Hello. I hope you are well. I've not done a video for a very long time, so apologies. I just wanted to do a little bit of an update video, talk about what's been going on, why I've not been doing videos, and talk about what's coming up in the future. Apologies for the change in setup. There's going to be lots of changing setups over the course of the next few weeks. Part of why I have not been around, so I'll talk about that, as well as some other bits and bobs I've been working on. So, still very much committed to do my lovely keyboard videos and blogs and things like that, because I know lots of people are really interested in some of the discussion that's going on around the keyboards space at the moment. This isn't just about keyboards, it's about music technology and guitars and basses and all sorts of other things. Interested in pretty much all of it, from, sampling software that you might have seen on my channel to some other bits. But yeah, huge thank you firstly to anyone who has watched, subscribed and all that stuff, because quite frankly, I just put out some stuff on the internet just because I care too much about things that I shouldn't. And it turns out that some people share my same sentiments. So, thanks for joining me along the journey. I need to look at what I want to do content-wise moving forward. I really love doing educational stuff and kind of sparking quite, I don't know what the word is. There's a lot of clickbaity nonsense on YouTube. I'm not really for it. I quite like sitting right in the middle and having a really entertaining and interesting discussion. And I will always do that because I just think there's too much really nonsensical, you can talk absolute nonsense about something on the internet. You've got AI now, which just makes it even better. And I'm all for keeping it real. So if that's not your cup of tea, apologies. I will try and work on it. But at the same time, fundamentally, I feel like with the amount of churn that is in the YouTube space and social media and all this stuff, I'm really quite happy to just plod along. And if people find me, great, welcome. And then if people click away, you're probably not the type of person I want kind of engaging with my stuff anyway. So, yeah. Work has been kicking my ass lately, I'll be honest. Most people start winding down for Christmas. I've been winding up. I do a job that I probably shouldn't be doing. I do really enjoy it. It's a very technical role, but also it's very people involved. And yeah, it's exhausting, to say the least. As someone, whether I'm neurodivergent or not, before that it was being introverted and extroverted and all this stuff. It just takes so much energy to be social constantly. And then I come home and I've got no energy in the tank for myself. So looking at doing some changes on that front so I get to spend a bit more time. Hopefully I wanted to do my masters, doing some music stuff. And yeah, we shall see. Had lots of life stuff happening as well. I can't go into full details, but had to get a new car and sorting the house out and renovating and all sorts of other stuff, and life just gets in the way sometimes. So I'm still here with my weird and wonderful passions, and yeah, what I'm going to look at doing is a lot more videos moving forward, hopefully, touch wood. The technology videos will kind of stop for a little bit, only because whilst my money's going into sorting the house out and some other life bits, I obviously can't be looking at keyboards and other really interesting, exciting things. I will still look at the second-hand market though, now that I've got a nice car, I can fit some gear in and go and procure some second-hand gear. Just a hope. But yeah, so that's that. I had a little bit of a scare, I'll be honest, with some of my content. I've been on YouTube for a while, not necessarily on this channel, but you might have seen some of my other covers and things. The internet is scary, man. It really is. Between AI and copyright strike systems and just all sorts of arseholes and other really not very nice people that exist on the internet, trying to find something that I can do where I enjoy and get something out of it, and also then that I find or think might be interesting for someone watching, it's such a hard balance. And I got really quite heavily into my streaming and stuff. And then I realised that at any moment, some guy could be recording my stream, whacking all my like musical ideas into Sora, or I don't think it's Sora, it's another one, and just pretty much ripping off all my stuff before I've even copyrighted any of it. Copyright itself is like a massive thing. I'm proper like obsessed with certain things that I shouldn't be, because I've been stung by copyright and like legal things before. Just for those who don't know that much about the music industry as a whole, it's an awful cutthroat industry. There's a reason why I am not in it front and centre, because it's too cutthroat for me, I'll be honest. But I did used to work at a studio, and yeah, there's lots of really quite not so pleasant things that happen. And yeah, trying to find your way and navigate it and not get kind of your arse handed to you as you're going about just your own business. It's really difficult, whether you're doing like cover channels, or you're making your own original music, or you're doing tutorial stuff. Everyone, well, this is how it feels, I might be wrong, but it feels like everyone is just trying to screw you over at every single point of your journey. So yeah, it's a shame, because I was really enjoying getting into streaming and making my own music live. Some people really enjoyed that as well. But I'm going to have to kind of lock that content away, probably behind like some Patreon or what's it called? Coffee and stuff like that. It's not necessarily going to be paid stuff, but I just need to hide it. If someone really wants to steal some stuff off me, that's fine, I'm a nobody. But I've just got to make it a bit more difficult for like these algorithms, and you know, you can literally just type YouTube downloader and someone can steal your stuff. You know, there's no copyright, and unless you've got, you know, time and or money to defend yourself, I feel like it's just such a dangerous game. So yeah, still working on some music stuff. I'll probably end up doing some kind of like Bandcamp, like releases one at a time, and then the albums and stuff will go out wider. I've already got a distribution deal on DistroKid, so I've not used it, but I need to kind of get that rolling, get some secondary income and stuff going, because that will fuel all the really exciting things I want to do, and also hopefully help with the work-life balance situation, which I know loads of people struggle with. Let's talk a bit about then. Christ, it's windy. I was wondering what that sound was. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the world at the moment. I mean, so I had a bit of wobble with this like whole copywriting and AI and all sorts of stuff, because there's quite a few big artists who's been done by it, and there's all sorts of other stories about people stealing people's bass lines and then turning them into big like pop songs, and then going, actually, some random person on YouTube who just wanted to share his stuff with the world got his stuff stolen off him. So yeah, it's a bit naff, because I'm rather naive just in my nature. So yeah, that's where where I'm at with that. So what else was I going to talk about? There's something else. Yeah. So bit of an update on this whole situation. It's took me a long time to get a setup that I'm happy with. More or less got it set up the way I want to, and now I need to look at relocating into another part of the house, which is not quite renovated. Much smaller room, should be much better for the acoustics, but it needs a load of work doing, loads of electrics doing, and I think this is something that's going to sound really awful, but I'm like a proper tortured artist in my mind, where I've got to have like a really inspirational space. If I've got a slight bit of clutter or whatever, I just can't sit and write. So to now have this impending, oh, I've just got my space nice, but now I need to change it all, is really putting me off investing and doing some music stuff, because I'm like, yeah, it's really awful. It's probably the most autistic sounding thing ever, so apologies, but it's awful. I cannot describe it. I just want to come home, sit down at a piano and write some stuff, or get the guitars out, bass, whatever it is. And I just don't feel like I can. So when I get the setup in the other room, hopefully I will feel that level of comfort. Gonna kind of have, touch wood, my desk is like a walnut thing, so I'll do a full tour of it at some point. But I'll basically do like a walnut strip panel thing on the back. And currently my guitars take quite a bit of floor space up, and instead they'll actually hang on the wall, so it'll make much better use of the limited space, and also look quite cool. So might do some like LEDs and stuff as well. I doubt it. They're a little bit cheap and corny at times, but yeah, that's that. So plan after that. Hopefully I've got some videos lined up. Want to do a video on the Nordwave 2, some more orchestral videos, and some other bits and bobs. But yeah, just wanted to say a massive thanks to those who have been subscribing and maybe subscribed quite early on and went, where's he gone? I am here, just very busy. I said my job's stupidly stressful, so it should fuel what I do musically, but yeah, it's a very hard balance, just mindful of time. And yeah, I don't think I've got that much else to talk about. In terms of music stuff that I've been working on, been doing a lot of kind of, I hate reading sheet music. Well, to be honest, I can read it very slowly. I play most of the stuff by ear. So I've been listening to a lot of like Japanese rock and like J-pop stuff. Oral Cigarettes, love that band very much. Eve, I've been doing a lot of like transposing bass and trying to like not just understand it musically but feel it. Because there's lots of things that they'll do where you'll play like a 4/4 bass line, so it'll be like bum 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 ba-da-ba-dum. That's kind of straightforward. But some of these bass lines, it'll be like you're playing a 4/4, so it'll be like bum bum bum. Then they will skip, so it's quite syncopated, but then it goes into like triplets and doubles, and whilst not necessarily staying in 4/4. So it's got this really fantastic and unusual sound. The only way to describe it is, if you ever watch, there's a track by, sure it's Jesus, might be Jesus, Molina, fantastic Colombian virtuoso, like loves his Nord keyboards as well. And I think it's called A Night in Tulisa. If you sat and listened to that as a non-musician, you're like, what is this? It's not nice to listen to. As a musician, though, it's fascinating. You can listen to it again and again, and I think it opens up in like 7/12 or something weird. It's just weirdly fascinating, and I've got that same thing at the moment with some of these Japanese tracks. And yeah, besides that, trying to get inspired, bit of gaming, lots of like fantasy stuff. Not really doing a whole lot for me musically, I'll be honest. But yeah, that's kind of like a blank canvas almost, like playing a game, getting inspired by some of the stuff that's going on. Sometimes it's like watching shows, anime, you know, like stuff like that. And yeah, that's really it. But I do plan on coming back with some proper musical, educational content soon. So bear with me. I've just got to get through this kind of bumpy little bit, get Christmas over with. And yeah. So thanks for listening. It's a bit of a waffly one. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Please let me know what you're getting up to musically, anything of interest, anything you want me to do a little video on, whether it's a waffly one or something quite comprehensive and in-depth. Do let me know, because yeah, I'm looking for some ideas at the moment whilst I am kind of in this weird bit of like, you know, artistic limbo, let's say. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a lovely rest of the day wherever you are, and I'll see you very soon.